Hey guys, it is Brickmaster AS here with another LEGO review video. Here I have the Mars Mission MX-71 Recon Dropship set. Now, this is an older set. I believe it was from like the 2008, 2010 time frame. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me. Anyways, I got this when I was younger then, because it is 2018 right at the time of the recording of this video. And this is a set that I enjoyed when I was younger, and it just looks really good as of right now. So I am going to start running through this, and let's start with the small alien ship first. And here we have the alien ship. This thing is really decked out with weaponry. We have two like cannon elements on each side, as well as a rotating turret on the front that each has a missile that can be shot out, just imaginary, there's no actual shooting things on the ship. Some lot more stickers. I not applied the greatest because I wasn't the best sticker applier in my younger days, but looking just kind of from front to back, kind of giving it has a really sleek type look to it. It looks really fast. I like this shaping that it has, kind of this half C. As you move back, there's kind of symbols along the stickers. Here, kind of have like a power module with one of these crystals that are kind of mining or looking after or whatever. Here we kind of have a tube going back up here. Kind of, you would assume that would be providing ammunition for the cannons. We have kind of a sticker piece. This whole thing right here, if I can break it off real quick, is kind of cool. Just kind of looks like a little element type charging thing to kind of charge up for whatever functions the ship would need, whether it's flying or shooting or whatever. I'm looking to the front. You can see it's straight open. Looks actually wider on camera than it is in person. But room for two people. You probably assume a gunner and a flyer. And, well, they're really not people. They're aliens, the Martian pieces. So you can kind of see as their feet just sit right on here. Oops. Their feet just slide in, if I can get their feet attached. And then the whole thing just kind of hinges back, and they just sit right in there. There's no control sticks or any of that stuff. It's dark in there. No control sticks or whatever. Other side, it's identical. Actually, the stickers are probably even close to being identical. Yeah, I think they're identical from side to side. I'm looking around, to the back. You can just kind of see the tubes come up right into this back module here. I think the tubes kind of give it a little bit unique look. I like how the tubes look. All in all, I really like how this alien ship looks, and it looks like a good contender because the Mars mission's human ship in here is really large, but this ship looks like it still would have a chance against that size ship. So with that, let's get into this other large ship. And here we have the Recon Dropship. It is a fairly large ship. I mean, there's just my hand in it, so longer than my hand. Actually, you know what? Here, let's put a minifigure in here for scale if I have one on hand. Let's put Harry Potter in there. There's kind of the scale you can see of the actual ship itself. Let's take that back out. My phone's buzzing in the background. Hope you're not hearing that. Just put that on silence. There we go. So, the ship itself, just kind of basic functionality to it in the back end. And I just knocked off one of the winglets up front. There we go. Got that fixed. So, two engines in the back. They can rotate, so you can kind of like imagine putting these down for kind of help take off or whatever. And as you kind of go directionals, you can kind of shift these for imaginative play. I'm going up the side. You have two of these storage containers that were kind of universal throughout the line. Up to the front, you have these winglets that can be angled up, which kind of gives it more of a fast, aggressive type look, and down for kind of more of maybe even resting, kind of when it's docked on the launch pad or whatever. On the front, this whole thing up here is on a ball joint. You can turn it around, turn it upside down, up, down, turn around. It just gives it a really nice angle, in my opinion, that kind of sloping downwards. Each side, there's these cannons or guns. These things rotate up, down, as you can see, and then on here, you can give it some side-to-side action. In the front, there's a sticker applied here. If you take this off up in the cockpit, the pilot sits there. There's two kind of joystick levers. Let's take him out that he can hold on to. And then he does have a sticker piece for the control panel. That kind of would be his controls or whatever. And he's really easy. You can basically attach all four of his leg studs or anti-studs attached to the studs. And this whole thing just snaps on with a couple stud spots. And that's kind of the whole cockpit. It's one of these, it's a really large piece, and I like that. And underneath, actually, it has these little missile bays. There's 3 on each side, so there's 6 total. You either view those as like lights, so that kind of like a sensory thing. You're flying low, you can kind of sense something, or you can use them as missile bays or cannons, turrets, whatever you want, really. Going along to the side, this left winglet, as I said before, it rotates up and down, and it just has 2 cannons on the tip, and then on top there is kind of this engine module or whatever, kind of probably assuming giving power to the cannons. On this wing, one of these big Technic cannons that work really well with the big rubber head on it. If I can kind of show you, rubber head on it. Shoot really well. This set for me is probably 7-8 years old, and it still shoots super far. My hand was there stopping the bolt, but shoots really far. You can kind of see down the side you have Technic beams kind of holding the leg mounts, and they're pretty sturdy. I mean, you can really lift that up and down and set it down hard, and it holds together pretty well. Kind of see some just weird Technic colors and a lot of Technic holes along the side, but you really don't notice them in the grand scale of the model. They're kind of forgetful, and actually this piece here, this blue Technic, is holding it so this doesn't end up rotating. So when you're flying up in the air, if that wasn't there, this whole thing would just kind of rotate downwards and out. It wouldn't look very good. On top, there's a sticker on each side. There's one sticker. Here's the other one. And these Mars mission sets tended to have a large number of stickers on them. I can't read what that sticker says, otherwise I'd read it for you. Then there's one on each side of these thrusters by my thumb here. Moving back, it does get really narrow towards the back, and the weight of this thing is really in the head. It's kind of why these landing modules are so far up front, because it kind of helps balance the weight. Now, if I were to take this big headpiece off, the whole model would end up tipping down. This tail would be resting on the ground. But as you go back, you can see there's these 2 pipes, and they lead to these kind of storage pods or storage bays. This one you can see has like almost 3 crystals, which would represent the cargo. 3 crystals. It's just on these sleds, and these sleds can hold crystals, or spin it around if I can slide it out, an alien, and he just sits right on there. Whatever this kind of hole is, a bar size, it goes right through his chest. It fits in. Fits right on there. Let's slide that back. But yeah, that's all there is to this, except, as I'm sure most of you have seen, I'm forgetting a piece right here. If you lift this up, this is where the dropship comes. If the ship were to fly in, rest down for a minute, you hold your finger on these wheels here, you can fly away, and that leaves this little build. And that was just attached. These 2 rubber pieces with these red Technic bar type pieces going through them. It was just a friction tension thing that holds that in there. Let's set the ship to the side here. And this little driller is dropped off with it. This is kind of the dropship part of it. This is what's dropped out of it. Again, large transparent cockpit. Well, I guess it's not that large relative size. To the other one, it's pretty small, especially, but really no controls for this guy, so you kind of assume stuff will probably be heads up. 6 wheels, 3 on each side. Don't roll the best on hard surfaces, but as you can see, I mean, my desk is hard, and it doesn't roll the worst. Actually, if you're really light with it, it rolls pretty well. Works the best on carpet. I like these wheels. I guess I don't know other people's opinions on them, but I really like them, and they look really good with these space type themes, especially in this orange. Really works well with the color scheme of the whole set or the whole wave. So things built up here kind of probably your engine. Here we kind of have like a sonar. This probably sonar or kind of like a satellite kind of getting signals for this. Here's the piece that clips on, so it just hangs. This whole piece back here folds out, and there's a Technic pin right there holding it, and then it has a joint there and joint there, so this thing can come up, and you can turn this right here. It's kind of your turn, and it drills. And if you have a hole, you can drill straight down. So actually back here I have a small hole. I could drill this straight down into that, which would be kind of cool. So especially if you're like in the sandbox, or if you want to use like the edge of a tabletop, you can actually kind of drill below surface level, but you can actually get this just almost vertical with I'm like mind blank. With the length of this Technic arm here, you can just about get it vertical, completely vertical, if you want to drill straight down. But then of course this just folds right back in real nice and neat, and kind of tucks it away almost, so it's not that noticeable. I mean, obviously you can still see this big drill piece hanging off here. If you were to fold it the other way, it doesn't really work. It doesn't go forward. It gets stuck. And probably fold it like this if you wanted, and you can fold it however you want. I mean, it's completely personal choice. I believe this is how I've always folded it, and this is how the set recommends you fold it. But of course, it's Lego. You can do whatever you want with it. But that's really all there is for this little driller. Just one cool modification you can do with it is just take out these two sets of wheels, and it really kind of gives it a whole new look on how it goes. It's just kind of a quick modification you can do. It's perfectly personal choice. I prefer keeping all the wheels on. It looks the best. But with that, let's get into the minifigures. And here we are. You get 2 minifigures, or 6, depending on how you want to view those 4. But you get 2 astronauts, or Mars mission people. They have the basic, both prints are the same, so I'm just going to show you one. You can see well detailed, especially for the time. I think these sets look really good. And the back on these, I know, is kind of a hit or miss depending on which pieces you got. I know my other Mars mission set, it's a little bit more faded. On here you can really see these sharp lines and the oxygen. Visors open, close, and this is kind of supposed to be your pilot. You see the mic coming down, really expressive head. I really like it. And this is like your driller, but of course you can put these figures for whoever you want. Doesn't really matter. Again, I like that head too. I like the beard and the beard stubble it has. It looks really good. But yeah, those two, the Mars mission astronauts, were done really well. I really liked them for the Mars mission wave. And then these are all completely identical. You get 2 for the ship, 1 that could go on like that sled, and then you kind of have 1 extra. So I do like the quantity of aliens you get. They were very basic. They bent at the joint. Of course they bend at the joint. They bend right at the waist, and that's it. They come apart. It's just a bar connection and a clip, so it clips right together. You can stick something bar-sized into the hand, but I mean, can't really do too much with it. You can see the hole goes through. You can stick a bar-sized thing through there. Really good for models or displays. However, you can attach them to various things, or if they're in a battle scene, it works really well. But these did glow. They had a little bit of glow-in-the-dark mold or plastic right in the center of the mold. Didn't work the greatest, didn't last the longest. If you really held it up to a light for a long time, I mean, if I were to hold this up to my lamp here and then get pitch black, it would just be the faintest glimmer. Especially after how old they are now, they probably I don't think they glow at all anymore. Nothing compared to the glow-in-the-dark stuff we have today with Lego. I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of these aliens. They were okay. I don't really know if they're Martians. I don't think they were. I don't think Lego ever called them Martians, or maybe they did, but I know they weren't actually from Mars. They were from a different planet. Again, mining for those crystals and kind of a race with the humans. So in the universe of the sets, or however you want to put the universe. But those are the minifigures you get with this set. That is all for this Mars mission set. I hope you enjoyed this review. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this set down in the comment section down below. If you have anything else you'd like to add, or maybe something you like seeing more, if you like seeing more of the Ninjago stuff, or I do have some city stuff, and of course I got a little Lord of the Rings, a little Hobbit. Looking around, I got an idea set, I think 1 or 2. I got a Nexonite set. I don't know if I ever reviewed. So if you have any preferences or would like to request a theme, if I do have the theme, I will do a video on it if I get some requests. Also, I have some non-Lego sets that are they're interesting. I kind of picked them up more for the kind of they're not Lego, so let's see what kind of quality we get out of them type deal. They're really official. Oh, I need to have that type set. But I also have some 1 or 2 Halo things as well as a small Destiny set as well. So if you're interested in any of that, just put something down in the comment section. I do check those, and I will do my best. This is a 3rd video I've recorded that I have to put up yet. My internet at the time of recording this video is down, so I haven't been uploading. Well, I don't usually upload all that frequently anyways, but I have a lot of videos starting to get piled up here because I can't upload anything for a day or 2 yet. But enough on that tangent. If you would love to support me, please give me a thumbs up. If you would love to stay tuned, might want to hit that like or the subscribe button down below so you always know when new things or new videos are coming out. And with that, Brickmaster out.